Well, I'm having a rather typical Sunday morning in that, yeah, it's late. I think I missed the morning. I'm still in the van. You probably know all this because I do this all the time. I realize, though, that I've made a mistake. I really need to park somewhere where I don't have cell service, because if I have cell service, I just lay in bed all morning, check up on, mail and messages and all that. Um, So I think that's the key. I need to not park where there is cell service. Yeah, I just remember that. I usually park when I get tired, so usually where I park has no bearing on anything except what I'm feeling if I'm feeling tired. So I'm finishing off my little breakfast, which is just a local apple. I've been trying to find local apples lately. I really like Granny Smith apples. My favorite apple is an Arkansas black apple, and they are really hard to find. So I tried this one. I think this is a Crimson Delight or something. Never heard of it. Not great, but anyway, it'll serve as breakfast. The good news is my coffee, of course, is good. Yeah, yeah, that's good. And I am right near a grocery store that sells a rather inexpensive coffee that is actually one of my favorites. So I think I'm going to pop over there. I almost said this morning. It's not morning anymore. Anyway, I'll pop over there and get some more beans. It's always a good idea to stock up on coffee beans. You can never have too many. Well, the only question now is, do I put on the down coat or just the rain jacket? Hoping it's not going to be too chilly. Ah, it's nice out. Didn't need the coat. Whoa, my oh my. Metropolitan Market is a beautiful market. I don't do a lot of shopping in there because it's a little expensive. But like I said, those coffee beans are one of my favorites. In fact, I think they're in my top 3 favorite coffee beans. The fact that they're only $10 for the bag is really kind of crazy. But anyway, since I was by there, I figured I'd better pick them up. So got out of there as fast as I could because it's just a madhouse. I forgot to tell you where I am. I am not in Seattle proper. I am in West Seattle. So there's a reason why I really like West Seattle, and I want to show you that. But first, it's lunchtime, and I have been craving a really decent hamburger. So I think I may have found a place, and it's right here in West Seattle. So I'm going to pop over there, and then I'll show you what is so special about West Seattle, if you don't already know. So I used to say the Owl Spirit Cafe has the best burger I've ever had out in Port Townsend. This is equally as good, and these fries are incredible. These might be the best French fries I've ever had. And just so that I know I'm in the right spot, I look up and I see this little sticker. You may not know what that is, but that tells me I'm in the right place. Wow, this is great. How have I not known of this place before? Wow, that was awesome. I was craving a burger, a good burger, and that was one of the best I've ever had. I'm not just saying that. That was incredible. Now, before my food coma sets in, maybe it already has, I'm gonna go someplace nice where I can just sit around and relax for a bit. So as nice as that view was where I was just at, there's actually a better vantage point of the city from this little area down in Alki, but it takes a little bit of work to get there. I used to call this a secret park, but I don't think it's secret. I think it's just hard to find. But if you're down here, I definitely suggest you put in the effort to find this little park. This is what it's going to look like when you're driving up, and you're probably going to miss it and think you're not in the right spot. Now I admit this does not look very appealing, and it doesn't look like a place that is going to lead you to any place you really want to go, but just bear with me a moment. So this park is kind of made up of two sections. This is the lower section, and it's very nice. There's restrooms, there's picnic tables, there's places to let your dog run around. But what you want to do is you want to follow this path up and across to the better side of the park, at least I think. So this view is kind of cool too. We got a little bit more ways to walk, and it's going to get better. So I spent half the day up here yesterday just hanging out and also working on a product review video. That'll be up in a couple of days if you're interested. But this is a nice place to hang out and to do work. I probably shouldn't talk about this place because yeah, if everybody finds it, then I'll lose my my nice little workout hangout spot. You know, workout, I mean just work on videos. I don't work out. But yeah, you know what I meant. And this is my favorite vantage point of the city. Sure, other people will have other places that they like, maybe Cary Park, but this is my favorite. And on a clear day, which today is not, you can see Mount Rainier off in that direction from up on top of this little platform. But this is not a bad view either. I really like the water, and I think the water is the best part about Seattle, so I think this is why I like this spot the best. So I've moved over to the other side of West Seattle. As nice as the view is of the city from Alki, where I was a few minutes ago, I think this is really the better view. So the light's a little bit harsh here because it's so sunny, but you can probably make out those mountains there off in the distance. Those are the Olympic Mountains, and that's where I was last weekend. That is the Olympic National Forest and the Olympic National Park. That is just a great place to be. Even so far away, they're still beautiful from this area. Now, the slightly unfortunate part about me telling you what the best thing about West Seattle is that I need to tell you what the worst thing about being up here in the Pacific Northwest has been. Maybe I shouldn't say the worst thing, but maybe the most disappointing thing. And that is the fact that there isn't very good Mexican food in this area. I'm not really sure why there's so much bad Mexican food and why it's so hard to find good Mexican food, but that has been the case. Disappointing. I guess I should just say it's disappointing. Anyway, I have found the best little taco shop anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, right here in West Seattle. A friend of mine showed me this place. I don't think I would have found it on my own. It's a food truck, and the tacos are just as good as anything that you would find in Southern California. So I got my spicy pork tacos here, and if these aren't good enough, you can just take a little trail hike down the hill to Jefferson Park here and eat your tacos with this view. It's another view of the Olympic Mountains out there, and the Puget Sound, of course. Does it get any better than this? I don't think so.